Today is an exciting one because you guys are picking what we are reading in August. We did a few polls on Instagram asking you guys which books we should read, and the results are in.
We haven't yet looked at the results, so we're ready to kind of find out with you guys what you've decided we're gonna read for August. First poll, I knew I wanted to read a dark romance book for the month, so I chose Corrupt by Penelope Douglas and Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. It's always the one we least expected, but you guys chose Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton for me to read. So this will be my first book by this author. I do own the first book in the Cat and Mouse duet. So hopefully if I like this one, I can jump into that one because I know that one's super popular as well. It looks like we're following a girl who ran away from home, desperate to escape her past, and she's kind of just been searching for the meaning of life. It says, he lured me into his boat like a fish in the ocean, seeking vengeance for my crime. Had I realized his intentions and that a massive storm would lead us shipwrecked, I would have run. So I don't know if they mean that metaphorically or if they're actually going to be on the ocean and have to survive some kind of shipwreck together. Kind of interested. I don't do well with the ocean, but I'm excited to read it because I've heard great things. So hopefully it's gonna be nice, dark and twisty and just overall entertaining. I'm ready to read it. I think you guys know what you're talking about, so I have high hopes for this one.
For my first poll, I did Mile High versus Say You Swear, and surprisingly, Mile High won by a long shot.
Really?
I thought it was gonna be more even, like 50-50, but I guess the girlies want me to start with this one already. This is another sports romance series. We're following a hockey player and a flight attendant. They seem to get off on the wrong foot. Seems like a little enemies to lovers is gonna form. I know the series is very popular, and I have heard a few times that the second book is even better than the first. So even if I don't love the first, I have to continue on with the second book, which I'm fine with because these covers are gorgeous. And I would like to have them sitting on my shelf anyway. It has been a while since I've read a sports romance, but I always love reading those. I really have no business starting more series, but if I love it, it's fine.
For my next poll, I wanted to kind of do like a dark academia, dark type of fantasy series. So I put Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo against The Atlas Six by Livy Blake. I'm interested to see what you guys chose because I have no idea. I feel like it could have gone either way. Six of Crows! I kind of wanted to read The Atlas Six. It won by 59%, so that's quite a bit. A lot of you guys want me to read this one. I've only ever tried to read one other Leigh Bardugo, which was Ninth House, and I DNF'd it. So I'm hoping this one I enjoy more. You already read this one this year. It's my turn. I know this is like about a heist, right? So the insight says that there's a criminal prodigy named Kaz. He has offered a chance at a deadly heist that could make him rich beyond his wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. So we have a convict, a sharpshooter, a runaway, a spy, a heart trender, and a thief. Kaz's crew are the only ones who might stand between the world and destruction if they don't kill each other first. It sounds good. I love heist movies, so I'm hoping I love this one. You guys chose it for me, so I'm ready to read it.
My next poll, I did If He Had Been With Me and The Way I Used to Be. I've heard both of these books are very sad, so I think that's why I grouped them together, and they're both YA contemporary books. Let's see what y'all picked. Okay, so If He Had Been With Me won by a long shot again, 66%. That's kind of not surprising because I've heard so many good things about this book. You gave this book 5 stars, which is insane. So Finn and Autumn have been inseparable since they were little, and now they don't talk anymore, and I guess Autumn is just wondering what life would have been like if he had been with her. Sounds so sad already.
It's so sad.
Do you ever think about like how different life would be if just one little thing didn't happen? I will have the Kleenex ready for when I start crying because I've heard it's really freaking sad. I've had this book for a while though, and it needs to be read. I'm happy with this one.
I mean, I truly should not be starting more series at this point in my reading journey, but I did have these on my list of books I wanted to read by the end of the year, so I thought I'd put them up together because they're both fantasy series. So I have Crave by Tracy Wolff up against Jade City by Fonda Lee. Both of these series are super popular. I'm kind of interested to see which one won because as I was watching it yesterday, it was going back and forth. Jade City won by 54%. I'm intimidated by this book, honestly, because it's so thick and I know that everyone has it as like one of their favorite series ever. The expectations are set high, you guys. It's winner of the World Fantasy Award. So it says, Jade is the lifeblood of the island. It has been mined, traded, stolen, and killed for. And for centuries, honorable green bone warriors have used it to enhance their magical abilities and defend the island from foreign invasion. See, this is one of those really involved series, but that's how you know it's gonna be so good. When a powerful new drug emerges that lets anyone, even foreigners, wield jade, simmering new tension erupts. Jade City begins an epic tale of family and honor, the Godfather with magic, and kung fu, set in an Asia-inspired fantasy metropolis. The summary itself sounds so good. I'm ready to get into it. I can see why everyone voted for this one. I do own the other 2 books in the series, so if I love this one, I can jump right into the other 2.
My next poll I did Before I Let Go versus Life's Too Short. When I was checking last night, it was like going back and forth. Let's go see what won. Life's Too Short won by 52%. That's honestly surprising to me because I just feel like you guys are always recommending Before I Let Go to me. But that's fine because I read my first Abby Jimenez book last month and I really enjoyed it. It says when Vanessa Price quit her job to pursue her dream of traveling the globe, she wasn't expecting to gain millions of YouTube followers who shared her joy of seizing every moment. Love that. Her mother and sister never saw the age of 30 and Vanessa doesn't want to take anything for granted. After her half-sister suddenly leaves Vanessa in custody of her baby daughter, life goes from daily adventure to next level bad. The last person Vanessa expects to show up offering help is the hot lawyer next door, Adrian Copeland. No one warned her that he was a secret baby tamer or that she'd be spending a whole lot of time with him and his geriatric chihuahua. Now she's feeling things she's vowed not to feel because the only thing worse than falling for Adrian is finding a little hope for a future she may never see. I don't typically love books that have like children in it. It sounds like it's gonna be like really deep and way more meaningful than just a basic contemporary romance. We're gonna get some life lessons in here about just living.
Seizing the moment.
Yeah, embracing it. I will admit, I wanted to read Before I Let Go. So if I finish these, which I better, I'll read this one too.
I knew I had to include a contemporary romance poll because I've got a bunch that I still need to read. The Dare is like the last book in the Off-Campus and Briar U series that I have. So I put this one up. Maybe you guys will force me to read it. I put that against Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings, book 2 in the Magnolia Parks. You guys saw I just bought it. I explained myself over there. But let's see what you guys chose. Daisy Hates won by 73%. Okay, I am excited for this because I think it could be like the redemption that this series needs for me. There's no summary on the back, so I'm gonna pull it up again on Goodreads. But this one was the one where we're following Daisy. Her parents died when she was really young, and her brother Julian has basically raised her, but he's also like in that gang type of lifestyle. So her life's been super complicated growing up. It says things become more complex when she falls hard for Christian, the beautiful and emotionally unavailable boy she's been involved with for the last few months. It says Christian's life is no walk in the park either, being in love with his best friend's girlfriend. I do remember him. He's happy enough to use Daisy to throw off the scent of his true affections. That is until she starts to infiltrate those two. As their romance blossoms into something neither were anticipating, Daisy, Christian, and Julian each have to come to terms with the fact that in this life, everything comes at a price. As their relationships intersect and tangle, they all learn that sometimes life's most worthwhile pursuits can only be paid in blood. My God, there's a bunch of stuff happening in this. It's been a while since we read Magnolia Parks. We didn't love that one. I'm hoping I love this one. A lot of you guys were saying this one you liked a lot more than book 1, so that's what I'm hoping for myself too. I am excited about this one. Do I still need to finish Off-Campus Briar U eventually? Yes, but I'm not mad at having to read this one first.
Next, I did a little mystery thriller poll. So I did The Turn of the Key and The Perfect Marriage. Let's see. Oh, The Perfect Marriage won by a lot. Won by 61%. I know you said this was a good domestic thriller. I tend to really like domestic thrillers, and the ones that I've liked, Lauren hasn't liked. So if she thinks this one is good, then I will probably love it as well. Actually, since you did just read this one last month too, I've been needing to figure out what the heck happened here, because it says, would you defend your husband if he was accused of killing his mistress?
And no, I wouldn't.
No, right? This one is around 300 pages, so I think this will be a good, fast-paced domestic mystery for me to read. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I will be reading it on my Kindle.
For my last genre, I kind of wanted to do like a general fiction type of deal, so my last poll was The Book Eaters, the one I just recently got at Barnes & Noble, and Aline by Otessa Moshfegh. This one had a really interesting plot, and I love Otessa Moshfegh's writing, so either way, I'm excited. Let's see what you guys chose. Okay, Book Eaters won by 69%, so that's definitely our winner. This is the one where in this world, people eat books and they retain all of the knowledge of whatever book they eat. So it says the truth is found between the stories we're fed and the stories we hunger for. Devin, like all other book eater women, are raised on carefully curated diet of fairy tales and cautionary stories, but real life doesn't always come with a happy ending. Devin learns when her son is born with a rare and darker kind of hunger, not for books, but for human minds. What do you mean? Because how does she even realize her baby wants to eat human minds?
I don't know, but this concept sounds something of the mind of Neil Schusterman.
It does, and I think that's why I was gravitated towards it. So I'm ready. This was Barnes & Noble's like monthly pick, so hopefully it's good.
Next up, I did Love Theoretically versus Secretly Yours, and Love Theoretically won by 73%. So you guys hated this book, actually, which is really sad because now I don't want to get to it because why is it that off, you know?
Maybe this one was just so good.
I hope so. This one I also just got in our most recent book haul, but I am kind of wondering, am I supposed to read Love on the Brain first?
I don't think they're connected.
I don't think they are either. I think this is just the third book in her like STEM era.
I don't know though. You guys correct us in the comments.
I hope I can skip Love on the Brain. So in this book, we're following Elsie, who is a professor, but she's also a paid fake girlfriend, which, I mean, I love that. So she ends up fake dating the younger brother of Jack Smith, who is the ruler over the physics department at MIT, and he is standing right between Elsie and her dream job. So this man is gonna smell that fake relationship happening right in front of him.
He's hot.
He is hot. They are so cute. This honestly sounds so unique and interesting. I feel like the banter is gonna be so much fun. But please let me know if I'm supposed to read Love on the Brain first, because if I am, I'll make it work. I'll do it and then read this.
So these are all the books that you guys chose for us to read in August. We also are gonna do our blind book cart, and you guys chose a book club book for us as well. So we're gonna go over that right now. You guys wanted to read a mystery thriller for the month of August, and Alice Feeney's His and Hers won. So that's what we're going to be reading. It says there are two sides to every story: yours, mine, ours, and theirs, his and hers. Cute.
Ooh.
We love it. This means that someone is always lying. When a woman is murdered, a newsreader, Anna, is reluctant to cover the case. Detective Jack is suspicious of her involvement until he becomes a suspect of his own murder investigation. Someone isn't telling the truth, and some secrets are worth killing to keep. His and Hers is a twisty, smart psychological thriller, a gripping tale of suspense told by the expertly drawn narrators that will keep readers guessing until the very end. Okay, that's a lot going on. I love that it was kind of short and sweet though, because I'm still kind of confused about what's gonna happen.
That's how we should be.
Yeah, we loved the other Alice Feeney book that we read with the book club, Daisy Darker, so we have high hopes for this one. If you're not already a part of our book club, make sure to join. That link is in the description. This book is also on Kindle Unlimited, so if you have KU for the US, we know it's on there. It might be different for other countries. We have wheeled in the blind TBR card. These are all the books that we already went over, so now we're just gonna be choosing our last two. I'm gonna choose for Amanda first. Let's see. 9.
Is it Anxious People? Because I've been waiting since we put it up.
Be.
Every month I'm like, is it Anxious People? The Atlas Six!
Oh, I was so close to getting that one, and we could have read it together.
Oh, read it anyway.
We'll see.
I have been looking for this book, and I forgot that we put it on the cart. That is so crazy. We could have read it together. Do you have the paperback and I have the hardcover? Who are we?
I know.
It says each decade only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians are selected to earn a place in the Alexandrian Society, the foremost secret society in the world. I'm good. Like, that sounds good already. The chosen will secure a life of power and prestige beyond their wildest dreams, but at what cost? Each of the 6 newest recruits has their reasons for accepting the society's elusive invitation, even if it means growing closer than they could have imagined to their most dangerous enemies or risking unforgivable betrayal from their most trusted allies. They will fight tooth and nail for the right to join the ranks of the Alexandrians, even if it means they won't all survive the year. I think that sounds fantastic.
I'm jealous.
I don't think I've read a dark academia yet, so I'm really interested to see if this is something I like. It says secrets, betrayal, seduction, power. Welcome to the Alexandrian Society. Ooh! I'm actually really excited about this. This is very different than the books that I picked this month, so it'll be good to switch it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna pick Lauren's. We have number 12.
Oh no, she's a thickum. Okay, let's see. I don't remember any of these books. Oh, okay. I didn't even know what this was. This is a cute one. This one is I Killed Zoe Spanos by Kit Frick. This one's a beautiful book too. I think I found it at like half price. It says, what happened to Zoe won't stay buried. When Anna arrives at the small Hamptons village of Hiram Mills for a summer nanny gig, she has high hopes for a fresh start. What she finds instead is a community on edge after the disappearance of Zoe Spanos, a local girl who has been missing since New Year's Eve. Anna bears an eerie resemblance to Zoe, and her mere presence in town stirs up still raw feelings about the unsolved case. As Anna delves deeper into the mystery, stepping further and further into Zoe's life, she becomes increasingly convinced that she and Zoe are connected and that she knows what happened on New Year's. 2 months later, Zoe's body is found in a nearby lake and Anna is charged with manslaughter, but Anna's confession is riddled with holes. Did Anna really kill Zoe? And if not, can they uncover the truth? This one sounds good. YA mystery, you guys know I love these. This is actually kind of perfect compared to the other books I have because it seems like a short YA read, and even though we have a mystery thriller for our book club book, this one's like YA, so I'm hoping it'll be different enough that it won't feel like too much of the same thing.
This is a pretty good selection of books here. Thank you guys for voting for the books that we are going to read this month. If you're not already following us on Instagram, we will leave that linked in the description so you can vote on future polls that we do.
Make sure to join our book club if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. I'm thinking of, what's that word? Oh my god, why can't I think of that word? You know when you get in, you're like
Locked in.
No, you're in the world. You're what am I thinking of? What am I thinking of?
Escaping?
No, you're in it. You're in it. Immersive. I didn't even Google that. It just came to me. Jade City begins an epic tale of family and honor. The Godfather with magic kung fu set in Asia-inspired fantasy metropolis.
Abby Jimenez is a Food Network winner.
Of what?
Yeah, so I'm ready to get another Abby Jimenez book down this
Drain.
drain.
Down the hatch. I love myself in unavailable, like, oh, maybe not unavailable is what I meant.
Don't say that.
No. I thought they meant like, well, because this is emotionally unavailable. You know when like people are like,
say that.
okay,
Emotionally.
okay,
Not
you're
just
right.
he's unavailable.
No. Not a quintessentially. Oh my god.